Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, eating well, taking your medication, walking after meals, and still your blood sugar refuses to cooperate? If you're a senior living with diabetes, you've probably been told to avoid certain foods or that supplements aren't necessary if you just eat balanced meals. But what if that advice left out something crucial? What if the real problem isn't just what you're eating, but what your aging body can no longer absorb the way it used to? New research and real-life stories are now revealing that certain key vitamins and minerals, often overlooked by older adults, are quietly helping to balance blood sugar, reduce nerve pain, and restore energy without expensive medications or extreme diets. These nutrients are affordable, available, and surprisingly simple to add to your routine. In fact, doctors across America are beginning to recommend these vitamins more often to seniors who feel stuck, tired, or just want to feel like themselves again. And today I want to show you exactly what they are and why they could make a bigger difference than you ever imagined. Because feeling better shouldn't be complicated. It should be possible. Let's begin. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoyed this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Vitamin B12, the nerve protector. As we age, our bodies stop absorbing vitamin B12 the way they used to. It's not your fault. It's a simple change in biology. After the age of 60, the stomach produces less acid. And that acid is exactly what's needed to absorb B12 from food. Even if you eat meat, eggs, or dairy, your body might still be starving for this vital nutrient. And here's why that matters more than most people realize, especially if you're living with diabetes. Vitamin B12 plays a key role in protecting your nerves and brain function. Without enough of it, seniors often begin to feel symptoms they chalk up to just getting older. Numb hands, tingling feet, memory lapses, mood swings, even balance problems. But these signs may actually point to a B12 deficiency. And this can quietly mimic or worsen diabetic nerve damage, also known as neuropathy. If you felt burning in your feet at night or struggled to button a shirt because of tingling fingers, B12 could be the missing link. And here's something many seniors don't hear often enough. Metformin, one of the most commonly prescribed diabetes medications, can deplete your B12 levels even faster. It's a silent side effect that rarely gets mentioned in routine visits. Some people are taking their diabetes meds faithfully but still feel worse each month, and they don't know why. But the good news is B12 is easy to test and even easier to replenish. For many older adults, a simple supplement or monthly shot has changed everything. More energy, clearer thinking, less nerve pain, better balance. Imagine waking up and feeling your feet again, or having a conversation without losing your train of thought. This isn't just about a vitamin, it's about preserving your independence, your memory, your sense of self. That's why I'm urging you, don't wait. Ask your doctor to check your B12 levels. You deserve answers. You deserve support. And speaking of silent deficiencies that rob you of strength, there's one vitamin even more overlooked than B12, but it could be the key to lowering blood sugar and improving sleep. Ready to discover what it is? Let's keep going. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Vitamin D, the silent fighter. If you're over 60 and living in the US, there's a high chance your body is quietly running low on vitamin D, and you may not even know it. This isn't just about getting sunshine. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into usable vitamin D, and we often spend more time indoors, especially during colder months. But here's the truth. Most seniors aren't told. Low vitamin D doesn't just affect your bones. It's deeply connected to your blood sugar, your immune strength, your mood, and even your heart. For older adults with diabetes, this deficiency is especially dangerous. Vitamin D helps your body respond better to insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar. Without enough of it, your cells become resistant to insulin signals, causing your blood sugar to rise silently, steadily, and dangerously. If you've been watching your diet, taking your medications, and still seeing your numbers creep up, low vitamin D might be sabotaging your progress. But there's more. Vitamin D is also a key player in calming inflammation, the slow-burning fire that damages blood vessels, nerves, and organs over time. If you often feel achy, tired, or emotionally drained, this may not just be aging. It could be a sign your body is lacking a nutrient it desperately needs to restore balance. Some seniors who start supplementing with vitamin D3 describe it as waking up again, less joint stiffness in the morning, better sleep at night, and a feeling of lightness they hadn't felt in years. For diabetic seniors, these changes matter. A well-supported body has a better chance of healing, moving, and protecting itself. And here's a tip that can change the game. Always choose vitamin D3 and pair it with vitamin K2. This combination not only strengthens bones, but also ensures calcium goes to the right places into your bones, not your arteries. That's crucial for heart health, which is often under threat in diabetic individuals. So if you've been feeling sluggish, emotionally flat, or frustrated with your blood sugar numbers, don't overlook this quiet hero. Vitamin D may be the missing piece your body is waiting for. But we're only just beginning. There's another nutrient that's even more depleted in people with diabetes, and without it, your nerves, muscles, and heart can all suffer in silence. Let's uncover it next. 3. Magnesium, the unsung stabilizer. There's a quiet deficiency affecting millions of older adults, and yet most doctors rarely bring it up unless you ask. That mineral is magnesium, a powerhouse that often goes unnoticed, but one your body absolutely depends on. And if you're a senior living with diabetes, not getting enough magnesium can quietly disrupt your health in ways that feel confusing, frustrating, and exhausting. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biological functions in your body, and one of its most vital jobs is helping regulate blood sugar. It supports insulin sensitivity, meaning it helps your cells absorb glucose from the bloodstream properly. Without it, your blood sugar can become stubbornly high. Even if you're doing everything right, you might watch your diet carefully, take your meds as prescribed, and still feel like your numbers don't improve. That's because without magnesium, insulin simply doesn't work as well. And here's the hard truth. Diabetes itself causes your body to lose magnesium more rapidly through urine. It's a vicious cycle that quietly drains you. But magnesium does more than stabilize sugar. It also supports your heart rhythm, your muscles, your sleep, and your nerves. If you've ever laid awake at night with racing thoughts, or felt your heart flutter unexpectedly, or woken up with painful cramps in your calves, those could all be signs your magnesium is low. Many seniors mistake these symptoms as normal aging, but they're often your body's quiet cry for help. Thankfully, the solution is gentle and simple. Magnesium glycinate or citrate forms that are easier on your stomach can be added as a daily supplement. And the changes people report are powerful. Calmer sleep, fewer muscle spasms, steadier moods, and even improved blood sugar readings. It's not a miracle pill, but it's a form of real cellular support that strengthens your foundation from within. As you get older, it's not just about treating problems. It's about fortifying your body before it breaks down further. Magnesium is one of those tools that helps rebuild strength where it's been quietly slipping away. And speaking of rebuilding, there's one nutrient coming up that protects your blood vessels, supports immunity, and may even help you heal faster from the inside out. It's one you think you already know, but not like this. Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Vitamin C, the vessel defender. When most people think of vitamin C, they picture a quick fix for colds or a glass of orange juice in the morning. But for seniors living with diabetes, vitamin C isn't just about the sniffles. It's about protection, healing, and long-term survival. As we grow older, the blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients to every part of our body become more fragile, especially when blood sugar is high. Over time, diabetes quietly damages those vessels, making healing slower, inflammation worse, and complications more likely. This is where vitamin C steps in, not just as a supplement, but as a shield. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant, and that means it fights the invisible damage caused by high blood sugar, poor circulation, and aging. Every day your cells are under attack from oxidative stress, tiny chemical imbalances that cause fatigue, inflammation, and gradual tissue damage. When left unchecked, that stress leads to the complications so many seniors fear: slow wound healing, vision loss, gum disease, and even heart strain. But vitamin C neutralizes that damage. It gives your blood vessels the strength they need to carry on. If you've noticed your bruises take longer to fade, your gums bleed more easily, or you catch infections more often than you used to, those aren't just getting older. They're your body telling you it needs more support. And the truth is, many older adults are mildly deficient in vitamin C without even knowing it. Some have stopped eating citrus because of acidity. Others simply don't eat enough fresh produce daily. Over time, this quiet lack builds up into real vulnerability. A modest daily dose, 500 to 1,000 milligrams split into 2, can offer noticeable improvements. Seniors often report fewer colds, better gum health, even clearer skin, and more energy. And for those managing diabetes, some studies suggest vitamin C can lower fasting blood sugar levels by reducing oxidative stress that worsens insulin resistance. It's gentle, natural, and affordable. What's beautiful about vitamin C is that it helps your body do what it was designed to do: heal, protect, and thrive. And in a world full of synthetic fixes and harsh medications, that kind of quiet nourishment is something we all need more of. But what if I told you there's a little-known antioxidant, one that's not a vitamin in the traditional sense, that can actually reduce nerve pain, protect your eyes, and boost insulin sensitivity at the same time? That's what we'll explore next, and you won't want to miss it. 5. Alpha-lipoic acid, the nerve shield. There's a kind of pain many people don't talk about because it doesn't show on the outside. It starts in the feet, usually at night, a tingling, burning, or numbness that won't go away. You try to sleep, but it keeps you up. You walk and it feels like you're stepping on needles. For seniors living with diabetes, this isn't rare. It's called neuropathy, and it's one of the most frustrating and painful complications of high blood sugar. But what if I told you there was a natural compound, one your body already produces, that could help soothe that pain, restore nerve function, and even help control blood sugar? That compound is alpha-lipoic acid, or ALA. Unlike most vitamins, ALA is both fat and water soluble, which means it works in every cell of your body. Its most powerful gift is its ability to fight oxidative stress, the root cause of nerve damage, inflammation, and insulin resistance. For seniors whose bodies naturally produce less ALA with age, supplementing can feel like giving your body a second wind. People who've lived with numb feet or burning hands for years often describe ALA as a breakthrough. Some report that after just a few weeks, their nerve pain lessened. Others say it helped restore sensitivity, making walking feel safe again. But its benefits go beyond the nerves. ALA also helps your cells use insulin more efficiently, which can directly improve blood sugar control. It doesn't spike your energy like caffeine. It stabilizes you from the inside out. It's often used in Europe as part of diabetes care, and more American doctors are now recommending it as a natural support for neuropathy and blood sugar management. ALA is not a miracle cure, but it is a tool, one that many seniors don't even know exists. Taken in the right form, usually 300-600 milligram MARS per day, preferably the Rala form, it becomes part of a quiet, steady rebuild of your nervous system. And for anyone who's ever felt disconnected from their own body because of diabetes, that kind of healing feels like hope. You don't have to live in constant discomfort. Relief is possible, and sometimes it starts with something small, something overlooked. But while ALA helps protect your nerves, there's another antioxidant that works just as silently to guard your heart, circulation, and even your eyesight. And you've likely heard its name your entire life. Let's talk about it next. 6. Vitamin E, the heart helper. When you think about growing older, you probably think about your joints, your memory, your energy. But deep beneath all that, something even more important is quietly working every second of your life, your heart. For seniors living with diabetes, heart health becomes more than just a number on a chart. It's a question of independence, mobility, and years. And while diet and exercise are vital, there's one vitamin that acts as a quiet guardian of your heart, your circulation, and your eyes: vitamin E. What makes vitamin E so important is its role as a potent antioxidant, meaning it fights the constant wear and tear caused by high blood sugar and aging. Diabetes speeds up oxidative stress in your blood vessels, creating invisible damage that weakens the walls of your arteries and impairs your body's ability to circulate blood efficiently. Over time, this can lead to complications like poor wound healing, vision decline, or even cardiovascular disease. But vitamin E steps in like a shield, protecting those delicate blood vessels, helping keep your circulation smoother and your cells healthier. And it doesn't stop at the heart. Vitamin E also plays a key role in supporting eye health, something every diabetic senior should pay close attention to. If you've been noticing more floaters, blurry vision, or fatigue when reading, it may not just be your glasses. It could be your eyes crying out for more antioxidant support. The retina, the most delicate part of your eye, is especially vulnerable to oxidative stress. Vitamin E helps preserve its integrity, a quiet but powerful gift. Sadly, many seniors aren't getting enough. As we age, our ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like E declines, and many common diets no longer include the healthy fats needed to transport and store it. The result is subtle: more fatigue, slower healing, reduced clarity and vision, and a greater sense of wear and tear overall. But with the natural form of vitamin E, D-alpha tocopherol, taken in proper amounts, many older adults report brighter mornings, steadier energy, and less mental fog. Some even feel their skin improve, as vitamin E also plays a role in cellular repair throughout the body. It's not flashy, it won't make headlines, but vitamin E is a steady companion, quietly helping you stay strong where it matters most. And speaking of strength, there's one trace mineral that hardly anyone talks about. But without it, your insulin can't even do its job. It might be the most underrated diabetes-supporting nutrient out there. Let's uncover it together next. 7. Chromium, the sugar stabilizer. In the world of diabetes management, we often focus on big things: medications, meals, glucose monitors, but sometimes it's the smallest trace elements that hold the most power. Chromium is one of them. You don't hear much about it in everyday conversations, but if you're a senior with diabetes, this quiet mineral could be the missing link between your efforts and real blood sugar stability. Chromium is essential for one critical reason: it helps insulin do its job. Without it, insulin can't effectively transport sugar from your bloodstream into your cells. That means even if your pancreas is working, even if you're eating right and taking your medications, without enough chromium, sugar just lingers in the blood, causing damage over time. And here's what's often overlooked. Studies show that older adults and people with type 2 diabetes are more likely to be deficient in this trace mineral, often without any obvious warning signs. You may have felt the subtle symptoms: frequent cravings for sweets, fatigue after meals, mental fog in the afternoons. These aren't just annoying. They're signals that your blood sugar may be swinging more than you realize. Now, while chromium won't replace insulin or erase diabetes, it may help flatten the roller coaster, giving your body more balance and your mind more clarity. Many seniors who start supplementing with a modest dose of chromium picolinate, usually 200 mg per day, report fewer cravings, more consistent energy, and even improved A1C over time. It's not a stimulant. It doesn't force your body to do anything unnatural. It simply gives your cells the micronutrient support they need to respond to insulin more effectively in the way nature intended. It's amazing to think that something so small, measured in micrograms, could have such a meaningful impact. But that's the beauty of nutritional healing. It doesn't always scream for attention. Sometimes it whispers, and it's up to us to listen. Now that you've learned about these 7 powerful vitamins and nutrients, you may be wondering, how do I bring this all together in a way that's simple, sustainable, and truly makes a difference in my life? That's exactly what we'll explore in the final part, because information is only power when it becomes action. Let's talk about how to turn these insights into real change. You're not too late to feel better. Small steps, big changes. If you've read this far, it means you care deeply about your health, and that matters more than you know. Living with diabetes as a senior in today's world can feel overwhelming. There are rules, restrictions, medications, and more opinions than you can count, but what often gets lost in the noise is something simple, something powerful. Your body still wants to heal, and with the right support, it can. These 7 vitamins and nutrients we've explored today are not miracle cures. They won't replace thoughtful eating or the advice of your doctor. But what they will do is give your body a foundation, nutritional tools to support your heart, your nerves, your blood sugar, your energy, and your quality of life. And here's the truth. Many seniors suffer from quiet deficiencies simply because no one told them, or worse, because they were told that's just part of getting older. But aging doesn't have to mean giving up your strength, your sharpness, or your sense of self. In fact, this stage of life, your golden years, can still be vibrant, clear, and full of possibility. And it starts with caring for yourself in small but meaningful ways. So what can you do next? Start with a conversation. Bring these nutrients up with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask questions. Get your levels checked. Don't settle for vague answers or being brushed aside. You are your own best advocate. Then begin simply. Choose 1 or 2 supplements to add to your routine. Listen to your body. Keep a little health journal. Notice how you feel over time, not just physically, but emotionally. Does your sleep improve? Does the fog lift? Do your feet hurt less? These are signs of healing, quiet signs, but powerful ones. You've made it through decades of life with wisdom, grit, and grace. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring the body that's carried you this far and giving it the support it still deserves, because you're not too old, you're not too late, and your best days may still be ahead. If this message spoke to you today, take a moment to share it with someone you love. One kind word can change a life. One new habit can change a future. And your story, your choice to take that first step, could be exactly what someone else needs to believe in theirs. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.